What's up, everybody? I'm back at y'all with another video. Now for this one, I'm going to talk about how horror films are getting big again. Now back then, that's when horror films were big. Friday the 13th, which is, I didn't like, I got a bunch of movies right here, horror films right here that I want to explain, but, the Friday the 13th movies are in bunch of power movies. I don't feel like getting them out of a bunch of power movies, because I got a bunch of power movies, so I got a bunch of movies, so, yeah, we'll talk about how horror films are getting big again. Now, back then they was getting big and then they stopped being big for a while. Now they're starting to be big again. They are. Started with started with It, 2017. Started with this movie. That's what made the horror films go back in theaters. This is the movie that's what made Halloween come alive, basically, because like the new Halloween movie is It 2017. Because they probably saw the success in this and they're like, well, we can make a good Halloween film. Let's bring it back to the original roots, right? And this film actually helped it a little bit. So this movie made $700 million in box office. Probably like the highest grossing horror film of all time. $700 million in box office. That's a lot of money. And for horror film, especially for horror film. And then plus, It Chapter 2 trailer, that's blowing up online. That has like 36 million views right now on the teaser trailer. I can't imagine what the full trailer will be, and I can't wait to see the full trailer. But yeah, this film is amazing, by the way. Masterpiece. It's even better than the original one. I love the original It, but this is better than the original. Pennywise is scarier than this. Bill Skarsgård, he played a great Pennywise, and this is why horror films get big again, because it started with this one. This made $700 million in box office, and when I saw this in theaters, almost my whole neighborhood was in that theater. It was crazy. It was like a bunch of people in there. So yeah, this film is what made horror films big again. Was this film? And now we're going to talk about um the Insidious movies. Now people talk about these films still. Like this film, Insidious Last Key was a great movie to me. A lot of people hate it, but I don't hate it. I don't hate none of these movies. Everybody's got to have a least favorite. My least favorite is Insidious Chapter 3. So I don't hate none of these movies, though. I don't hate none of them. And these films are kind of big. And people talk about these films every once in a while. And, I heard that possibly we're getting Insidious Chapter 5. And I cannot wait to see that movie. And what's crazy is, um, these films are PG-13, and they're good films. Like how hard it is to write a good story and everything else and make it scary. These films are creepy as fuck. One of the scariest movies I've ever seen. One of them, especially the first Insidious. This franchise is crazy, and there's another one that's making horror movies getting a little big again. Supernatural movies, like spirit movies, ghost movies. This was what made ghost movies big again. Is with Insidious. And stuff like that. And I love every one of these films. I love Insidious Last Kid. A lot of people hate it, but I love this film. Um, and I love the jump scares in it. I love the story. It was different. I love this different story that they told. I love the Insidious franchise, and I can't wait for Insidious Chapter 5. And there's another reason why horror films get big, because Insidious movies, they make quite a bit of money and everything else. And now, next we'll talk about the Conjuring universe. Alright, so the Conjuring universe, as y'all may know, it's getting big. It's getting like this could be one of the biggest horror franchises of all time. Right when we get the Conjuring 3, we could get a great trilogy on our hands. Depends on who's directing the Conjuring 3. Because the Conjuring 1 and 2 was phenomenal. I don't want them to fuck number 3 up. And so yeah, the Conjuring universe, I'm obsessed with this universe. I want them to keep making this universe because we have a superhero universe. I want a horror universe. We have a superhero universe. I want a horror universe. We also get a Fast and Furious universe. So yeah, we get a bunch of universes in movies now. So yeah, it's like they're trying to turn everything into a universe. Probably because of the success of Marvel, but yeah, and DC of course. DC, like Marvel makes more money than DC because Marvel has better movies, most of them. But Aquaman was a great movie because James Wan directed it, possibly. So of course it's gonna be good. James Wan directs it. But yeah, Aquaman and Wonder Woman, those two are the best DC movies, at least in my opinion. And I love a lot of the Batman movies too. So yeah, the Conjuring movies. There's another reason why horror films are getting big again. Because of this franchise. How horror films are getting big again because this franchise too. So, the first Annabelle, it still made quite a bit of money, but it didn't make that much. A lot of people didn't like this film. A lot of people hated this film's guts. Literally. I thought this film was decent to me. It was like my least favorite of the Conjuring series, and I like Annabelle Creation. I love this film. I freaking love this film. I adore this film. The slow burn build up in this film, the creepy atmosphere in this film, the acting in this film was great. The twist was great at the end, and stuff. And they got homages that really, they showed a Raggedy Ann doll that that was the real Annabelle doll, but it showed like for homage from the real life stuff. And I enjoyed this film from start to finish. Basically, I love the slow burn build up. The jump scares were great, on point. I love it. And then The Nun. I thought this movie was decent. I thought it was way better than the first Annabelle, but I enjoyed The Nun. The jump scares were on point in this film. The moon atmosphere was great, and the moon atmosphere was actually phenomenal. I loved the camera shot and angles and everything in this film was great. And I liked how it made everything connect together in the Conjuring universe. I love that. You find out at the end, it made everything connect together, make sense, and everything. I love that part. But the other thing I hated about it, I won't tell you the part I hated about it, was story issues. A lot of the story decisions that they put in this film wasn't great. The only thing I liked about it was the jump scares. The and they made everything make sense tying together from the other Conjuring movies. They made everything tying together. That's the only things I like about it. But the story, it was boring and bland after time. But I do love the opening scene. But I hated the story and stuff because most of it was boring. But the jump scares were on point though, and the moon atmosphere was good too. So yeah, and then we got the Conjuring. These films, I could tell they concentrated on story, characters, and everything. The Conjuring 1 and 2, they did. The moon atmosphere was great, especially in the second one. Love the second one. This is my favorite Conjuring movie, by the way. I love these films a lot. The Conjuring 1, loved it. The Conjuring 2, loved it. I like the second one a little bit more than I like the first one. I just love it. And James Wan made the jump scares effective. Now, we go to and this is how horror movies get big again too. Like I'm explaining how it's getting big again. And we're getting the Conjuring 3, and we're getting Annabelle 3. So that's going to make the horror genre get bigger. That's going to help it. So yeah, and then we're also getting Chapter 2 this year. And we're also getting Child's Play Remake this year. And I want to talk about those in just a second after I explain these. Now, the Chucky movies are getting bigger too. Horror's getting big again. It really is. Now, first Chucky movie, as y'all may know, is this is my favorite Chucky movie of all time. It's just by far the creepiest. The dolls look the best it's ever been. And, Child's Play 2, the dolls are cool too. 1 and 2 is the best looking Chucky dolls. And then, the Chucky doll looks pretty cool in number 3 too, but yeah, and then, Bride of Chucky was pretty good. I love the Bride of Chucky movie. I love the Chucky doll and Bride of Chucky. I hated Seed of Chucky. I fucking hate that movie. And Curse of Chucky, I thought it was a decent way for Chucky's back to form. Chucky's back to form. I thought Curse of Chucky was Chucky's decent way back to form, back to his horror roots. Decent way, not the best, but decent way. And you got Cult of Chucky, which is I love his film. It's my top 3 Chucky movies. And people was talking about this film a lot when it first came out. Everybody was talking about it. And shout out to Dan Boot Industries. I was there when he was actually filming the Cult of Chucky videos, and back in the Cult days, but I never commented and stuff because I never commented and stuff, but now I do. But yeah, like I enjoy Cult of Chucky. I enjoy this film quite a bit, and the Charles Finn film trailer, teaser trailers are blowing up, a few thousand. Like I think they're at 2,000 views right now. No, 200,000. My bad, 200,000 views on just the teaser trailer too. That's crazy. I told you this is how horror movies are getting big again. And then plus everybody's talking about the Child's Play remake, and that's people that hadn't even seen the other Chucky movies, and some of them, and that means as soon as they watch this movie, they're gonna go back and watch the other Chucky movies, right? So Chucky might be back in theaters, our OG Chucky. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for the Charles Fan film. It's gonna be incredible. Can't wait. Now we'll talk about Halloween. Now the first one great, second one great, third one about that one, but Halloween 4 was great. Halloween 5 was decent, at least in my opinion, and Halloween H2O was actually pretty good. I like that movie. The only problem I had with it was a different mask, and Halloween Resurrection was a piece of dog shit. Halloween the Curse of Michael Myers was actually brutal, and the person that played Michael Myers made Michael Myers fucking scary. And Rob Zombie's Halloween, they was gonna put Michael Myers straight to DVD after Halloween Resurrection. They really was, and it really was until Rob Zombie made the remake of Halloween, and it was decent though. That was decent, and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 was decent also. Because there's some things I like about it, but there's a lot of things I hated about it. And then Halloween 2018 was actually really, really well made and really good. The mood atmosphere was great in the film. This film, if you haven't seen the new Halloween film yet, it came out like last year, 2018. But if you haven't seen this film, y'all should definitely check it out. If y'all are horror fans, period, y'all love this film. And this is another reason how horror films are getting big again. This movie is the highest grossing Halloween film. It made 250 something million in box office, and that's a good thing. And I told you, horror films are going to they're going to keep making horror films because it's getting bigger now. It's getting big again. It's getting huge. I won't put it that way. It's getting huge. All these movies I showed y'all is why they're getting huge. Because we're possibly getting Insidious Chapter 5. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but I heard Lin Shaye, talking about it. I heard about her talking about it. And the girl, Elise, the girl played Elise. And then we're also getting The Conjuring 3. We're also getting Annabelle 3. Getting Annabelle 3 and The Conjuring 3. Which is Annabelle 3. The trailer ain't blowing up too much, but I think it's still going to make a decent amount of money. And I think The Conjuring 3 is going to make more. I think The Conjuring 3 is going to be that big bang in the Conjuring universe. But James Wan ain't directing is the thing. But I still think it's going to make quite a bit of money. If the movie does well. If the movie's good, it's going to make a lot of money. So yeah, these are all the reasons why horror films are getting big again. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do next with this whole franchise. This whole franchise and stuff. So yeah, and I didn't mention the Saw getting bigger too a little bit. I think somebody's directing, I forgot who. I think Chris Rock or something is directing it. I think. I don't know. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe and share, and also hit the bell so you know new videos uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Peace.